welcome or welcome back to Tarot AF. So today for our pick a card reading, we are going to look at if they could pass me a message or a note, what would it say? And this is all to do with love. So there could be loads of different people watching this in different situations. So it could be a no contact, separation, kind of passing of note, or it could be early stages, what they would say to you. So there's going to be, or someone who's been in a relationship with this person for a long time. It could be anything. I kind of feel like a giddy school child today being like, yeah, they passed you a note. This is what it says, like the little Xbox, like, will you be my girlfriend? Yes, no. But I know that some people, it will be separation, breakup, that kind of thing. So, and maybe it's closure. So there's going to be different things, I think, that come up for different piles. So speaking of piles, we have got 6 ready to go for you guys today. So hello, if you've never been to a pick a card reading before, welcome. What you can do, you can take a moment, you can pause the video, you can see which one is drawing your eye, whether it be the card or the crystal, and trust that that one has a message for you. If you're drawn to maybe more than one, maybe there's more than one message for you, and that's absolutely fine. And what I do is I post the times in the box below and you can meet me there for your reading. I will see you then. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 1. So if you picked this white Celandine ball, then this reading, it's now gonna fly all over the place, is for you. So firstly, we have the oracle cards, self-doubt and endurance. We have empathy, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. And we also have the thinking man. In terms of your tarot, we have the star, we have death in reverse, we have the Keeper of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and we also have Judgment in reverse. And then in terms of kind of channel messages, we can have I can still feel you, we have you are enough, we have I can't switch off my feelings for you, we have I'm heartbroken, and we have I want to reach out to you. So it feels like there's a lot, but I'm going to unpick it all, so please don't worry. And you might be like, I'm really interested in that, talk more about that, but we'll get there. So firstly, what I see is that your person is, maybe there's been a natural closure. Maybe I get the sense that you could be in separation from this person, or if you are talking to them, maybe they are not being as open with you and as ready for change as maybe you are at this moment. And because I've got the I can still feel you and I want to reach out, that's why and also the I'm heartbroken, I feel like that is why I'm leaning more towards no contact. But there could be people that are talking, but maybe they're not talking to you in the way that you would like, or that kind of thing. And I think at the moment they are really going through this self-doubt, and they might not be like, they might see you as this almost emotional chalice, as it were, like this Ace of Cups moment, in order to kind of bring around a new emotional experience and emotional growth. But at the moment their thoughts are so poisonous towards themselves, and they're so in their head with this thinking man, that they can't flood love into the situation. And I feel like you, my glorious pile 1, could be an empath in that, in a way, and take on the feelings of other people. And maybe they know that, and maybe they know that they are in a kind of poisonous state, as it were, in this toxic state, and they want to endure this alone. Maybe they're not ready for you to help them on this, and they feel like the world is almost on their shoulders, as it were. And in terms of your tarot, there is, with this death in reverse, there is this unwillingness to release this cycle. Maybe release you if there is this kind of separation or breakup potentially that has happened. And I feel like they don't want to transform, they don't want to let go and release the energy of this. So I really feel like they would want to tell you, like, I can't switch off my feelings for you, I can't move past this, I'm not ready to. And with the 9 of Wands in reverse as well, like, I think they had their guard up. I think they thought it was from a place of strength, but actually it was their self-doubt, and they didn't allow you to come in and properly see them for who they are, but they do see this home with you with this Ten of Pentacles and the you are enough. You are a stable person that they could see a commitment with, and if you're talking to them, then that is still a possibility if they get out of their own way and they release this cycle. They release maybe potentially thoughts that they are having of maybe not being worthy enough, or whether it's the next stage and maybe there's things in their past, opposition that they've had to come up in against, that is kind of, they're their own worst enemy in terms of the red flags maybe that they're seeing, and maybe they can't hear the call. Maybe they can't hear the call that this is different, this breaks the boundaries, this breaks the mold of what it is, and maybe they're just trying to heal their broken heart, as it were, from someone else, probably before you. And with this Keeper of Wands as well, there's this it's this kind of I feel like they have gone through a lot of emotional things and they want you to just do it. I feel like they want you to follow your heart and put yourself first, because you are an empathic person, and they don't want you to deny any feelings and any passions, and they don't want to drain your energy above all, and they want your best interest. They want you to be in a place of stability and wealth and abundance, which you deserve. And with the Star, like, they want your dreams to come true, and maybe they are pouring some faith and hope that they will be in a better place in order to kind of reach out in a healthy way and all of those things, if there is separation, or maybe they are hoping that they align themselves so that they can be that stability for you and you can almost move mountains together with the Endurance card. But ultimately they want you to follow your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, because they don't want you to be in, like, to doubt yourself and doubt that it was you, because actually it's the worst thing to hear. It's not you, it's me. But in this case, that's really what they want. They want to tell you that, you know, you are enough and you are enough for anyone. And I think that they're really sorry that they're in their head, and they're sorry that they are going through this heartbreak, and they can't quite release either the past relationship that they were in or this state of mind for this new resurgence. They're holding on to too much from the past, and like I said, they had their guard up. They're not allowing you energy to come at them because they're so fixated on holding on to what last pieces and shreds of things that they have, and they're almost denying the alarm bell that they hear, the alarm for them to wake up and move forward and change their direction. And there is a real want to follow their passions and follow and leap forward into that. But like I said, I think they probably see you as more of a Keeper of Wands, and someone who's really good. Maybe you are a fire sign, you don't have to be, but you could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. But like I said, it doesn't have to be. And I feel like they see you as someone who they have already put through maybe a bit of a ringer, maybe a bit of emotional trauma, and they want this peace and serenity for you, and for you to not be tainted by this situation and not do what they've done, and not have you hold on to them. They don't want to prevent your growth moving forwards, essentially, and they want you to leap in because they know you are enough and you are worthy of this Ten of Pentacles energy. And I think it hurts them to kind of to say that, but they know that you're an empath, and if they almost didn't say this to you, or they didn't write this in the letter to you, as it were, as what we're talking about today, I think they know that you would be faithful to them, and all of this, and all of that, and even though in their heart I feel like they want to reach out and all of this stuff, maybe they can't form the communication because they know they're not in the place, and they don't want to hold you back on your path and what you are supposed to be doing. So let's get you some advice from your angels. So we've got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So maybe you guys, like I said, if you are talking to this person and there is no separation and no contact, then maybe you're at this stage where maybe a commitment's coming up and they're not quite kind of saying much or anything, and stuff are getting away, and maybe it is that time for you guys to get away a bit and talk to each other in that way and just enjoy each other's company, especially if there's things getting in the way, like this Nine of Wands, like their guard is kind of up. Maybe it's other people in the situation, maybe it's, like I said, maybe if they're heartbroken, they haven't kind of got over that sorrow and that self-doubt, and maybe they need to get away from distractions, and maybe you do too. And then we've also got release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this is in terms of you, not really them. So maybe you guys are both coming from a very similar place. Maybe you're not ready to make a commitment to one another in that way yet. Or this could be your ex, and like we were saying, separation, no contact. Maybe the time has come to clear yourself of this, and kind of potentially, if you feel like this is stagnating and it's not going anywhere, don't do what they've done and don't hold on to something, and don't emotionally stay with something that's not giving you anything back at this moment. And maybe it is time to release this person, potentially, in your mind at least, because you never know. I'm saying, like, obviously you have free will, you have the choice here, you know, and you know this person better than I do, obviously, and you know, maybe it's just for, like, the time being, as it were. Like, don't hold on to what was, because they are changing as well. They are going through changes, they are evolving. Don't stop yourself from growing and moving forward, especially if there's no contact at the moment. Keep yourself moving. And we've also got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Exactly. So what they're failing to do with the death and release, maybe you're guilty of that a bit as well, and maybe it's time to, like, forgive the past, forgive maybe your actions in the past as well. If you if you felt like, if you are being hard on yourself and you're saying, I could have done this, I could have done that, and maybe we'd have a different outcome here, you know, ultimately you're here now, you're in the present moment, and it's time to release and heal from the past, and with learning, move forward, and don't have your guard up. There are people that are going to want to come to you and will be impelled to you, and like your person is saying in their letter to you, you are worthy of a commitment, you are enough, and they would not want to hold you back as well. And you never know, paths may cross again in the future, and yeah, exactly. And with the forgiving and learning, you know, experience your present moment. Don't live in the past, and don't live in the woulda, coulda, shoulda of that moment. So let's get some more kind of what's coming up for you, or advice. So we have firstly got the Independence card. You have worked hard to create the success and security that you have around you. Indulge in your surroundings, for you have the self-discipline and maturity to do so. Plenitude, luxury, privilege. So maybe there is a time of independence. So even, I know there's honeymoon cards here as well, where there's this kind of time away, but maybe that's a honeymoon away from love for a bit, potentially, and enjoying the bliss of friends and that kind of thing. And maybe you guys are still friends, and maybe that's what you will be for a little while, and kind of releasing the love aspect but keeping the love as a friend sort of thing. But you've got so much to give, so many things coming up for you, and it's time, like, it's time for you to celebrate you as this Keeper of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands as well. And yeah, living the luxury that you have created and all of the good things that you do. And we've got near future, soon, expect arrivals any day now, presently, rapid, shortly. So this could be new love, this could be an emotional kind of laurel branch, as it were, or it could be like we're doing this dear par one, like this letter, potentially this kind of almost closure maybe to a situation for some people, or maybe a way out of feeling like you need to release your ex, and like I said, maybe new love, and all of this stuff is coming sooner than you realize, or a new opportunity and maybe honesty from this person. We have got also maze, use logic when navigating this situation, path, choices, and puzzle. So yeah, you are in this puzzle, and I feel like you've been probably in it before. And trust your independence, trust yourself to know exactly what's right. I'm just a pair of floating hands on YouTube. Like you know in your heart and in your head what you need to do, and this is a puzzle, and I feel like you solved a lot of puzzles in your life, but you don't have to save anyone. Remember, people can only save themselves. You can only help them so far by just supporting them and saying that you are there if they need to chat and that kind of thing. We've also got finances. You will reap the rewards of something you have working towards and patiently waiting on. Your perseverance will pay off. Prosperity, windfall, and abundance. This is so interesting because it falls underneath the Ten of Pentacles. And in terms of Pentacles, I know it says finances there, but they are our sensation to the world. And like I said, that commitment. So maybe there is somewhere a seed that's been planted for prosperity and abundance, and maybe it's you're going to be able to reap the rewards of it in the near future, and maybe that's getting clarity about this situation and this person, like I said. And either way, you're going to be an independent person in this relationship. You're not dependent on them. You are your own person. You've got your own things, you've got your own dreams and that kind of thing. But I feel like maybe if this has felt a bit in a dormant winter stage, as it were, maybe there is going to be that communication and that talk. And the release your ex, like I said, it could be this person for some people, or it could be the person that you were with before. And like I said, maybe you're both going through something quite similar at the same time, and which is why maybe you're both feeling feelings of self-doubt and kind of denying your intuition, as it were. But I feel like there is something that you've been waiting on. It's happening soon for you, and obviously we're asking you about love, so I feel like if you've been manifesting maybe communication from this person, or a new relationship or that kind of thing, I feel like Spirit is saying that you're getting through the maze, you're getting towards the end of this cycle. Don't kind of, even if this person is the person, you can still let go of what was, and you can still heal and learn from that. There is no use holding on to and holding on to this death, as it were, holding on to the death of that phase of your relationship, whether you guys are going to leap into a new phase, because there's probably different people watching, whether that's a new phase, whether that's a kind of closure, whatever it is, you can still do the work, so you are in a position where you are ready to receive new boons and new treasures that the universe wants to give you. And I feel like you have already done a lot of that work, and Spirit is saying keep going, keep trusting that you are worthy and you are enough exactly the way you are. No matter how someone's treated you in the past, it's coming towards you. So my glorious friends of pile one, I am sending so much love for you. I'm going to leave your reading here today. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, please do hit that subscribe button. I hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice there. As always, I'm sending so much love. Until next time, I hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hi, my lovely friends of pile 2. So if you picked the aquamarine pebble, then this one is going to be for you. So firstly, we have forgive. We have abundance, we also have compassion, and angel of strength. In terms of your tarot, we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, we have the 2 of Wands, we have Justice, and we also have the Magician in reverse. And in terms of channel messages, we have I just need some time. We have I trust you. We have my life would suck without you. We have it's nothing to do with you, and I don't have room for love right now. So obviously there's going to be different energies to pick up on, so not all of the messages will be for you, and maybe not all of it will resonate, so bear with. I'll get round to everything and make sure I go into depth for you guys. So firstly, the letter that your person would write for you would be full of an apology, essentially. I feel like they'd be asking forgiveness, and I feel like they'd be saying, sorry that I wasn't strong enough at that point, sorry that I wasn't strong enough to be there for you. And they definitely find they have sympathy for your position, and they thank you for the compassion that you show to them, and they do share feelings for you, and they do trust you, but they're being guided by the angel of strength at the moment. And I feel like they are, maybe they flared up, maybe they allowed their lion to almost get quite ferocious for some people, or maybe it was that voice inside that was growling at them, telling them you can't do that, or don't do that. And either way, this person is asking and I think would want to say, like, I still want you in my life, like my life would suck without you, and I trust you. And ultimately there is abundance here. I think there is abundance, there is joy, there is this kind of soul connection, like whether that's soul friends or mate or soulmates, like, you know, I think whatever they were going through, whatever they needed to do, they didn't have time. And I get it might be something to do potentially with study, potentially with work. Maybe we will look further into that. But yeah, it's nothing to do with you and nothing to do with what you did, because you gave them compassion, and I feel like maybe you have given them forgiveness, and maybe they are very thankful for that, and they do need time to sort themselves out. And with the Justice card and also Six of Pentacles, we've got this balancing, we've got this material flow that maybe they were chasing after in the Six of Pentacles. Maybe they felt cut off and they needed to have a new career outlook or that kind of thing. They weren't happy with where they were, maybe potentially with their study, their work, their kind of home life, that kind of thing. They needed a change. They needed to create some order and stability for themselves with that Emperor, and they wanted to be like the they don't have to identify as male, but they wanted to be the masculine, like yang energy, an active creator, and have this room for creativity. And along with creativity, sensation, comes love. So that kind of, they don't have room for love, is that they were being too rigid with maybe their plan and that kind of thing, and almost they weren't planning to fall into anything, as it were. And with the Justice card, they're feeling the repercussions, as it were, of their actions. Like, they are, everything that they did to you, they said to you, they are feeling it now, and it's like that karmic responsibility. They're taking responsibility, and they want you to know that they are taking responsibility for what they did, especially if maybe they messed you around or that kind of thing. They are, and I think a lot of time, like, this can be like them looking back on their kind of career and what they were building, and the coulda, woulda, shoulda, like what they should have done better and all of these things. But I get that with you as well. I feel like there's that, okay, trying to learn from the past, learn from their mistakes. And with the Magician, I think they might have been for some people could have been quite deceptive or that kind of thing, and maybe just didn't even give it their all, is what I'm hearing. Like, the Magician is this master manifester who can kind of take any element and create what they want. And I feel like they were maybe chasing the wrong things, and they weren't channeling energy in the right way and kind of sharing their energy around. So they could have been potentially quite manipulative or something like that, and maybe there was some gameplay or something along those lines. But either way, they were denying kind of maybe signals from the divine, and that kind of thing is what I'm hearing for some people. And with the Two of Wands, there is this need, like we were saying, they don't have room for love right now. They are trying to channel their creative vision into kind of their dominion, into the order and stability that they are creating. They are trying to expand themselves, look for that expansion. And I feel like maybe at the moment they are chasing that coin. They are chasing where the money is going, and they might be getting caught up in that, and I feel like they may be chasing things for the wrong reason, and karmically they're still going to feel that. So maybe they've learned from you in terms of what they need to do better in relationships and in love, but maybe they haven't quite got there in terms of their career and stuff and that kind of understanding. But ultimately, what they would say to you is there is abundance, there is a great connection here, and they do see you as someone that they trust. And I feel like you helped give them a lot of strength, and almost gave their cup this overflowing thing, and they do want forgiveness if you would allow that to them. And they need time ultimately to work on themselves. But just because they need time does not mean that you stop moving forward, my friend. If you've got stuff to do, you've got things that are calling you, you follow your intuition, you follow your gut, and you don't wait around for this Emperor. Because don't wait around for them to sort out their stuff, especially if you're in a place where you know what you want and you are ready to receive that energy. Just know that they would say to you, like, they are chasing things, they are chasing their career, they are chasing where the money is going, and they are sorry for what they did. I think they messed you around in some way, is what I'm hearing for some people. And that they do want you. They want you as a friend in their life, or they want you as an energy in their life, and see you on their journey moving forward. But they might be stuck a bit in the past of where it was, and kind of analysing. And unless they learn from the past, unless they learn from their past mistakes, they're not going to change, and they're going to be stuck in that energy. So yes, if you are manifesting something, trust that that is coming to you, that energy is coming to you. And you don't have to forgive them if you don't want to, but and you don't have to talk to them if you don't want, but you can release them still, and you can still find abundance elsewhere. And I feel like this person would want you to find that abundance as well, and they do see you as this like compassionate being, and I feel like they wish they could be more like you. I feel like maybe they have potentially a bit of a temper or something like that. We've got Aries in terms of the Emperor, so but then there are some earth signs as well, but maybe they have a bit of a fiery side, and they're just looking for their new beginning and kind of to wipe the slate clean. But yeah, like I said, you are doing things, you are doing your thing, and don't wait around for them to balance themselves out and learn from their mistakes, because it might take them longer than it would you. Everyone takes their own amount of time, and they do have, I feel like, the angel of strength watching over them, trying to kind of help kind of build up their inner, like their internal strength, and maybe not make it so ferocious on the outside, as it were, and kind of calm that voice, maybe calm negativity that they hear and like the past. But you know, you can have angels and guides, but unless you're willing to read the signs and learn from it, like I said, you may not change. So yeah, so that's for you guys. So I want to get some romantic angels advice for you guys. So this isn't from them, that was kind of their message to you, of what they would say. So Spirit, what do you have to say to my glorious friends of pile 2. So we have got passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So yeah, so Spirit's saying, like, yeah, you find joy, you find passion, you find abundance in friends, in other people, in romance. Maybe there's going to be new people that come your way. We've also got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. What did I say? They're chasing the money, they're chasing the career, the job, the study, whatever it is, like the coin, like I said, something that is going to better them. And actually they might not find joy in that. Rarely people do when they get caught up in the rat race of life, and they don't actually feel their soul, and actually they are chasing material objects, as it were. So I feel like Spirit in that way is saying the financial and career issues, that is the issue with this relationship. That's what's blocking it. But they are going to do what they're going to do, and that doesn't mean that they drag you down with them, my friend. So yeah, so Spirit's kind of saying, like, don't do what they're doing. You follow your passions, you allow your heart to sing, and you fuel your soul with joy and stuff that makes you you happy, essentially. And yeah, don't follow the same path as they are in terms of chasing coin, and definitely don't look back on it and be like, what could I have done better? Might not have had anything to do with you. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So maybe for some people, this might not be for everyone, this card, but maybe like there was a lot of abundance, like soul love, like I said, like soul family, soul connection love, but maybe it wasn't attraction, chemistry love, like you know what I mean, like to fuel the relationship to the next romantic level, as it were. So, you know, and maybe there was more love on one side. Maybe you were probably, and I imagine, in a better place to receive love and move forward with relationships than they were. And that speaks more about them than it does you. And they might not have reciprocated it because they were chasing that coin, because they were blocking the connection, because they never actually fully let it have a chance, as it were. So you didn't break any trust. You didn't do anything that would that kind of caused this to happen. But trust that your heart is big enough, and there are so many people coming towards you that will not take your love and your heart for granted. You have so much passion to give. You have so much love to give. So yes, we have got socks as well. So this is all for you. Life can't always be lived to the fullest being a homebody. Don't let your socks stop you from feeling the grass. Introspective, coziness, complacency. So maybe this feels comfortable. Maybe you feel comfortable in this relationship. Maybe you've known this person for a while. Maybe you've been stuck in this feeling for a long time. But Spirit said, it's time to take those socks off, put some new ones on, get them in the wash, go put your shoes on, step outside, go, or just barefoot on the grass, go root yourself, and kind of step out of your comfort zone into the unknown, potentially maybe unknown territory. Passion, magnetic pull, romance, and we've got 222, angel number. Guys, there's passion on the cards, romance on the cusp, quest. Guys, be tenacious when seeking out new opportunities. Learning new skills can help you manifest your dreams and achieve your goals. You may even discover a new side of yourself along ways. Beginning, student, optimism. I feel like, and I don't mean this to be like patronizing or anything, but there might be the opportunity to be a student of love, as it were, and feel love in the right way, like a new quest, a new beginning in love, which is an optimistic thing because you are following your passion. Joy, equilibrium. Yeah, okay. We've got self-care, home comforts, me time. Now, home comforts does not mean staying in your socks in this way. It means like taking the time to wash the socks, to have that self-care moment, and you know, this whole like, yeah, okay, love yourself. I'm gonna say that, but really it's about it is about putting yourself first in this situation. And like I said, you have got so much to give. There is so much coming at you, and this new energy can only come towards you if you let go of what was and you lean into the joy, you lean into love. And once you let go of things, once you like release that and you go through that transformation, and ultimately you look at yourself, and I feel like you already do this, and maybe you just needed a bit more of a, I don't know, hint or something, or a nudge to do it again, because I feel like you have done this in the past, is to put yourself first, do things that you love to do, wash those socks, step out your comfort zone, and you know, cleanse your space with that home comforts, cleanse yourself, and yeah, and put yourself first. Ultimately, what do you want to do? And maybe with this new opportunities, maybe this is a new opportunity for you. Maybe if potentially you were working with this person or at school with this person, because we've got all this pentacle energy, maybe there's going to be a new opportunity for you to leap into, and your dreams and goals are actually like a step away, and maybe it's a completely new path, and actually it's your path to tread. And make sure your heart is singing with joy, because that is also going to attract joy to you. Romance, magnetic pull, guys, this is really, really exciting. And the main thing is to have a lust of life, like a lust of love for love, a love of lust, you know what I mean, a lust for life, which is full of love, and love what you do, love who you're surrounded with, and love where you are going, and look at the world through the lens of love, and like I said, release that which does not serve you anymore. So my glorious friends, pile 2, if you're still with me, woo! I am going to leave your reading there for you guys today. I hope it resonated with you. I hope there was some advice there that was useful. I'm sending so much love to you guys today. If you'd like to see more of me, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you guys there. Bye! Hi there, my glorious friends of pile 3. If you picked the citrine piece, then this is going to be your reading. So let's see what your person would write to you if they wrote you a message. So we have got romance, and we have got begin. We have got release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. We have door to healing and personal happiness. We also have 7 of Swords in reverse. We have got 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We have got the Ace of Pentacles. We have got the Ace of Wands. We have got the Champion of Pentacles. And we also have the 10 of Cups. And then in terms of channeled messages, we have I think about you all the time. We have got I have the feeling you don't feel the same. I don't want to share you. We've got I respect you. And then we also have I wasn't ready before, but I am now. So some of this may not resonate with you, so take what does, leave what doesn't. If I'm describing a situation and you're like, that is not me, your situation might come up as I kind of unravel the reading, as it were. So first of all, let's talk about this. So your person, if they were to write you a note, I think it would be full of almost, I'm hearing like rambling like a bit of a fool in love is what I'm hearing, is that they are ready, and I think ready to release potentially what any unwanted energy from their past. So maybe if they were unready, like if they weren't ready before to receive, maybe if there was an opportunity in the past for you guys to maybe get together, maybe start something up, they want to release that they didn't take that opportunity then, or you know, if they caused you hurt in the past or something like that, then they're ready to release that, or if they have suffered from an ex, if you're completely new and you guys haven't ever had a relationship before in that way, they are ready to release past hurts and past deceit that they might have been feeling. So in terms of tarot, we've got this Seven of Swords. So I feel like in the past they may have suffered, or you might have suffered at their hands potentially. So there might be two strains here. We've got the Seven of Swords. So I feel like maybe there was a kind of a partnership that may be going, but on unstable ground, unstable thought energy, because they weren't ready to begin. Whether that be they weren't ready with you, or someone that they were in a relationship wasn't ready. So maybe they harbored a lot of frustration, and they were kind of stagnating in that emotional storm, like wrapping their thoughts up in that way. And with the Four of Pentacles, there is this inability to release what wasn't serving them, and potentially that is maybe they got wrapped in their work or that kind of thing, as an avoidance mechanism to kind of avoid either the situation with you maybe in the past, or maybe kind of after their relationship they threw themselves into their work so that they didn't have to confront any of this, or potentially they were just holding on to the commitment that they had, the relationship that they had before, and they weren't ready to move on from that and release it. But there is this release now, and so I feel like they're ready to begin, they're ready to start afresh. And we've also got, which is so beautiful, we've got this door to personal happiness, personal healing and happiness, and we've got the Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like they feel this absolute urge from the universe, from spirit, to begin, to start something. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's a new relationship, it's a new slate. There is this opportunity for commitment and growth and stability, and it's all coming towards them, and they see you as that. And I feel like they have this urge to just do it, to leap forward with their passion, their determination, and chase that. And I feel like this time round, if you know, in the past maybe if it didn't work out, they are ready to dedicate and persist and put in the time. They're not going to they're going to move slowly and steadily this time in order to get to that Ten of Cups. Like, their eyes are fixed on that. They are fixed on the horizon, and they're ready to weather any storm, as it were, because they know you are their door to personal healing and happiness. They see you as this almost tranquil kind of Eden, like this kind of garden, as it were, in like, yeah, to happiness and healing and reassurance and all of that energy. And I feel like they are ready to approach, go slow and steady, and to this full heart, to this happiness and commitment, and you know, just this community with you and this feeling of oneness, and move away from the past and into the future. So this really feels like, for me, like broken down, like past, they were, you know, stagnating in that energy. There's this new flood coming to them in the form of you, this maybe romance, and that's what they're looking forward to in the future now, which is just beautifully broken up by the cards there. And I feel like that's it. They're in this state of like, yeah, things are just beginning, things are birthing, and I don't even have to try. It's like hands off the wheel. They know that they need to put in the hard work, and they need to be diligent. They need to. There's heavy earth energy here, so the person could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but they do not have to be. But there's that kind of willingness to put in the time, put in the effort, and charge ahead. And yeah, like I said, keep the eye almost on like the end goal. The prize, as it were, is this commitment and deeper commitment. And with this I respect you, I feel like they respect who you are, and maybe respect your patience with them, potentially, is what I'm hearing for some people. Or they just respect who you are as a person, what you stand for, and respect your energy, and that you are being open and honest with them, and you are a kind of fountain for joy, as it were. And with the I think about you all the time, there is this kind of wrapped up energy in the universe where they've just got, it's like all the signs are like popping up at them, like it's pile three. It's pile three, and like they just can't get you out of your head. And maybe that's the release. Maybe they can't release you from their thoughts as well. And kind of the urge that they have, and the I don't want to share you is kind of that commitment, like the Ace of Pentacles. Like I feel like they want to begin something solid, and they don't want, maybe they see other people, they see your light, and they're like, other people are attracted to this person, and maybe you have other options, and this person would say like, I don't want you to pick anyone else, pick me. Like, I heard when I was shuffling as well, I heard like a Virgin Madonna, and I feel like you bring that about, like, just completely kind of just bewildered and innocent look in love. Like, it feels like looking through love in the lens of a child, like just curiosity and the need to be around it, and yeah, and just kind of wide-eyed and optimistic. And I have the feeling you don't feel the same way. Maybe they maybe in the past, if there was something that happened, maybe they don't feel maybe they don't know if your goal is the same as theirs. Maybe they don't know if they're your door to healing and personal happiness, and maybe they if they've been holding stuff in or focusing on other things, or trying to release the past, maybe their actions haven't shown you what they feel, as it were, and actions do speak louder than words. But I feel like there is this wanting to ground this relationship, and kind of, like I said, make that commitment, but also take action and move forward. And the I wasn't ready before, but I am now. That could have been in their previous relationship before you. Maybe they weren't ready to make this commitment and go for that 10 of Cups. But or if it was in the past, like I said, past relationship with you guys, or like maybe it didn't get started fully. They weren't ready. They still ultimately respected you, but they're ready now. And saying all of this, like, this would be their letter to you if they could pass you a message, like they're ready to make that commitment, all of this stuff. But at the same time, you might receive this letter and you might not feel the same. You might feel like, actually, there are other people. There are other people that show me action. There are people that that are showing me that they are already feeling this 10 of Cups and that kind of thing. And actually, maybe you want to release this from your life, and you want the closure. And I feel like this person would kind of understand that. They would obviously be upset, but ultimately you have to put your personal happiness first. And, you know, just because you're the door to their personal healing and happiness doesn't mean they're yours. So let me get you some cards. Let me get you some advice. These are yours. So this is not to do with them. This is like laid on top of that. So let's see what your romance angels have to say. What's going to happen in love for pile 3? What do they need to know? What do they need to know about love? But yeah, that's what they would write to you. Is that, yeah, they're ready. They've released. They've done the work on themselves. They feel this urge. They feel this almost magnetic pull towards you, which they can't almost describe. Separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. So maybe you've gone through this period of separation with this person, or, you know, maybe something might take them away. Maybe it might be long distance or something like that, for a time, or that kind of thing. Or maybe if, yeah, I kind of hear like, yeah, maybe there will be something. Maybe you'll almost have this conversation and then something will take one of you away, but it will then be up to you whether, you know, this kind of lives on stable ground or that kind of thing. But also you might have already done that. And we've got religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So maybe you are feeling the call to other things. Maybe you're feeling the call to your path, as it were, like I was saying. Or, you know, in terms of spiritual path, maybe it's, you know, you feel like you found a soulmate or a twin flame or something like that. And Doesn't necessarily have to be the dogma of religion or organized religion, but if you are, and maybe this person, yeah, you'll feel that card in a different way, but that could be playing a factor. Maybe spirit has other plans for you, we will see. And maybe that separation is that, maybe that is the release on that release card, maybe, or maybe it's just kind of saying like you had to have separation from this person in order for you to awaken spiritually and find your spiritual path and your healing and happiness. So maybe that was why. Maybe if you were looking for a why this happened in this way, it was happening so maybe potentially they could grow and you could grow, and maybe your paths are entwining again. We've also got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So again, that could be from them. That does not necessarily have to be from you, or you could be finding chemistry with someone else. And I mean, there's romance here on the cards. Oi oi. If you kind of, if you want that there. But yeah, there is this, I feel like, undeniable energy, and maybe you feel it too as well. And maybe your spiritual kind of feeling about this relationship in general is the thing that is influencing you to this path. Maybe you've known that this person, or maybe you've only just met this person, but you just feel this pull to them for some reason. But don't worry about that separation. Maybe that separation was like separation, you know, if it is like a past life love or something like that. If you've only just met them, then maybe it's like them coming back and you've been separated for this time or something like that. So that will resonate for different people. So if that is sticking out and you're like, what, so I'm going to get into a relationship with this person and they're going to go away, or I'm going to have to go away, if it doesn't resonate either, not everything might be for you, because this is a general reading as well. So advice for you and what might be coming up: hydrate, give yourself the nourishment your body needs. Unconditional love starts with you, only then can it be copiously extended to others around you. Health, recover, nurture. So I feel like you do this already, but Spirit is saying take time for yourself. Take time to nourish yourself, and that's probably like spiritually as well, like in terms of like healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, and it's the triad, isn't it? And take that time for yourself. And we've also got strategy, aim, and approach, and we have isolated, contemplation, reflection. I feel like you've probably been in this state of contemplation and maybe isolation, maybe in life. If you've been having that spiritual awakening, it's kind of like that it's like that hermit energy, like fanning your light, looking after yourself and what you want, and making sure that you are nourished and healthy and what you want to do, and almost planning your strategy and aim. But for you, like, don't allow don't like over plan it, is what I'm hearing. Like, don't be light about it. You don't need to manipulate the situation or anything like that. I feel like there is plenty here. Like, I feel like the divine is already intervening with these aces in your life as well as in theirs. So we've also got this quest: be tenacious when seeking out new opportunities. Learning new skills can help you manifest your dreams and achieve your goals. You may even discover a new side to yourself along the way. Beginning, student, and optimism. So there is a lot to be optimistic about. This is a new beginning with this person or with someone else that comes into the scene. But you will know like whether this is something you want to release and maybe you find chemistry with someone else, or whether this is something which has a lot of chemistry and this is going to be a new journey for you. Don't let the past factors, maybe, or even maybe it's not even this person, the last person that you were with or something, if this is a completely new person. Don't allow what they did to hold you back, and the actions, because that was who they were, or that was someone else. This is someone new, and they have also changed as well. So technically, like, look through the lens of love and look at someone with love as if you're seeing them for the first time, and ultimately make sure that you follow your spiritual path and you are chasing happiness, and this is aligned with your light and you feel hydrated as well. Don't give too much. like, don't give too much of yourself to others. If you're not full yourself, if you're not fully nourished, then you won't be able to give anything to anyone else. So yeah, I feel like you're coming out of this isolation and contemplation, and you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, as it were. So in terms of student and quest, like, if you are ready to step forward, then I feel like this person will appear, or like the person that you want to connect with and maybe kind of have this optimistic new love with. Not that you'll be a student to them, but you know what I mean, like a student to love, as it were, without trying to be patronizing or anything like that. Yeah, like you're ready to embark on a new kind of adventure, as it were, in love. So my glorious friends of pile 3, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice there. I'd love to hear in the comments below if there was. Also, if you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. I'm sending so much love. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, sending so much love. Bye. Hello my lovely friends of pile 4. So if you picked the Jade Pebble, then this one is going to be for you. So let's have a look at your oracles. So we have, well, this is their oracles and what they would say to you. Obviously this is the message. It gets better, healing. We have tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone else. We also have attachment. In terms of tarot, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the Keeper of Swords. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. And we also have the 3 of Cups. And channeled messages, we have I always try to bump into you. We have you did nothing wrong. We had you are beautiful. We have I want to talk to you. And we have I am not over my ex. So, my glorious friends of pile 4. So before we get into this, I just want to say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There might be a few different energies in here, so I will go through as many eventualities as I can see and unpick all of them for you. So hang around. If I'm talking about one area and you're like, that's not me, like it is general, so I'm trying to read for the collective, so I will get your energy, I'm sure. So yes, so firstly, let's talk about what they would say to you. So I think in their kind of message to you, in their letter to you, that kind of thing, they may be a sword person, an air sign. So they could be, they don't have to be, they could be a Gemini, Aquarius or a Libra. But that's not necessarily true. So I feel like at the moment they are quite judgmental of themselves, judgmental of what they've done to you so far, and maybe they're quite embarrassed by their actions as well. And with the 3 of Swords, I feel, and also the 3 of Cups, there's a lot of sorrow that has been caused here, and I feel like you have been in the receiving end of it, is my inkling. And I think with this I am not over my ex, I feel like they potentially, and also with the 3 of Cups, it would suggest a third party. I feel like they maybe they started talking to you, maybe they you guys even almost started a relationship, that kind of thing, and actually they were still attached to their feelings of their ex, and they hadn't moved past that, and maybe they almost reverted and went back to their ex, and maybe kind of indulged in that way with them. And with the 3 of Swords, this would suggest like a leaving broken heart, and maybe they are, or maybe, you know, that's what their ex did to them, and they were trying to heal themselves. But either way, they weren't over it, they weren't over that. And even if you offered with this Ace of Cups, I think they're saying thank you so much for offering your heart and offering your energy and your healing energy and your love, as it were. And they are trying to make their heartache better. They are trying to mend their heart, mend their broken heart. Or, like I said, maybe they are trying to mend themselves and their heart and forgive themselves for what they did for you if they broke your heart. So there's kind of 2 different avenues, as it were, that are there. But either way, they are consumed by their thoughts. And I think with the 7 of Cups in reverse, maybe they didn't even weigh up all the options when they acted in this way. Maybe they didn't even weigh up your feelings, maybe their ex's feelings, all of these things. And I think they were carrying too much, and they maybe didn't even realize that they were like almost falling into this treacherous kind of state, as it were. And I get the sense they can't even tolerate themselves right now, is what I'm healing, and they're trying to get better. They're trying to be a better person, and there is this want to almost connect with you, and that's really clear with you are beautiful, I want to talk to you, I always try to bump into you. I feel like this person is almost maybe trying to attach themselves to you. But my love, I feel like in some ways this person can be a bit like a moth drawn to a flame when it comes to you potentially, because I feel like you are this open heart, this open chalice, as it were, full of love, full of nourishing and healing energy, and probably and most likely an empath, and someone who takes on the emotions of others and really understands where people are coming from. And maybe you've even tried to justify their actions or that kind of thing, or if you're like, no, I haven't, I do not forgive this person, blah blah blah, like I want closure, that's all I'm here for, sort of thing, then I feel like they see you as that, and I think they thank you for that openness, that on like, and they're sorry that they almost they caused you this heartache, especially when you offered so much to them, and they just couldn't cut through the options. They were kind of blinded by the different things because they were potentially carrying too much. They were carrying too many burdens, and they were acting out of fear, is what I'm hearing. They were acting out of fear instead of through their lens of love. And I feel like they do want to connect. They do want to reconnect with this Three of Cups and kind of find healing energy with you, and almost make it up, is what I'm hearing. But like I said, my friend, you do not have to allow this energy back in as well. Like, this is ultimately up to you. This is the letter that they would write to you, but you may not, you may tear up the letter, you may throw it in the bin, you may shred it, you may burn it, like who knows, or you may receive it and you may be like, okay, great, someone's growing, or they're not in the place yet, but who knows, maybe later on down the line. But I really feel like what Spirit is saying, like, you are beautiful, you're a beautiful soul as you are, you have this open heart, you are this Ace of Cups, and you may not be ready to yet, but there will be someone to safely offer your heart to in that way. And this person, I feel like, was attached maybe to their social mask of who they thought they should be, of who they once were, and they almost took off that mask maybe with their ex. Maybe they were a certain person with their ex and they started slipping into those habits. And like I said, maybe if they maybe started things with you and then went back to their ex or something like that and opened that communication, they hadn't properly healed probably from that. So when it was almost like this reconnection, they didn't really, they were too almost dependent on that, dependent on their ex's energy. So in that fact, like, you did nothing wrong, it was them, and actually it might have been their ex that they had like a big influence over them. Not saying, I'm not hating on the ex or anything like that, but maybe the ex held more power over them than they realized, maybe when they started talking to you. And with this, like I said, with this tolerance, they're really trying to just tolerate their behavior with this Keeper of Swords. I feel like they suffer a lot of sadness and embarrassment over what happened to you. And you know, with this, I always try to bump into you. Maybe they are trying to reach out and reach out emotionally and that kind of thing, because they know that they caused you sorrow and that kind of thing, and they want to talk to you, they want to kind of engage you in conversation. But like I said, it's your choice whether you allow this energy to come into your life and accept it back, as it were. So yeah, and you know, if nothing happened with an ex and all of that stuff, like, that might be for one group of people and that kind of thing. But if it was more down the lines of, you know, they weren't ready in the place to kind of to start anything, and maybe there is a separation, and maybe they are still just needing time, and maybe they do see this connection with you, and they are trying to mend their heart, as it were, but they can't really cut through the options. Like, they are still kind of in their head. They're trying to be realistic about their expectations of what can happen, and they're not really dreaming at the moment. Maybe they're not even dreaming of this Ace of Cups coming to them. They're just I feel like they're almost in survival mode at the moment. So that could be for some people. So let me get some cards for you specifically, away from this situation. It might entangle this situation a bit. We will see what comes up. So Spirit, what does my lovely pile Fours romance angels have to say? You deserve love. You are lovable. Hell yeah. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So yeah, so maybe this was what you needed. Maybe you needed closure from this person. And we also got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like you are deserving of love. Whether if it is this person's love or whether it's someone else's love, love is coming at you, because like I said, you've got this full open heart and you are ready almost. I feel like you are emotionally in the place where you are ready to offer yourself independently and fully, and you're not reliant on anyone. Like, you know who you are, you know that you have a big heart, love to give. And with the free yourself, like, you are a unicorn. Why are you trapping yourself? Like, you are such a rare, unique beauty, a beautiful person, outside and inside. And don't trap yourself. Don't allow yourself to be trapped in memories potentially of someone else, and make the effort for love. And you know, if maybe you have been in a state where you're not really ready to receive energy of love, if you're like, I don't really want to focus on that at the moment, I'm focusing on other things because I'm trying to recover from this situation, or something along those lines, and Spirit's saying, you know, take the time that you need, but take control of your life ultimately. Like, no action is a form of action, and that's fine to take no action if you don't want to, but make sure that you are not living in the memories of the past. And you know, it's like Cupid's arrow strikes again. Like, your angels are looking out for you. Your angels want to give you love. They want you to open your heart to other people, and you know, take the steps. Maybe take steps that you're fearful to take because maybe this person made you question, maybe there was heartache, that kind of thing. And that's so hard. It's so hard to kind of release, but those were their fears and anxieties put upon you, and their attachments, or whatever they were chasing. That's what they've like dragged you into their vortex, as it were, of energy. And like I said, you are probably an empath. You probably take on people's feelings, so you probably felt their pain as well as yours. But yeah, free yourself from that. You don't need to carry that around anymore. There are people out there, and Cupid wants to strike them down. Not that they'll have to do much work, because like I said, you're already so lovable, and people will already be jumping to kind of talk to you, and yeah, exactly. So let's get you some more cards as well. Ooh. I also felt like I felt on my ear, that's why I went, ooh, I felt this gust of wind kind of coming through, and I feel like right by my ear, and I felt like that was almost kind of fresh air, like a fresh new perspective, a fresh new kind of, yeah, breeze almost coming your way, like the weather, like all of the emotional storm, it's blowing over, as it were. And so interesting. Trepidation, push through the shadows, unclear, fear, darkness. So at the moment, it may feel dark. It may feel that, yeah, you are in this emotional storm, in this entanglement, and you're not really sure where you're going and that kind of thing. And maybe it feels like a storm warning, as it were. But, you know, you have the free will, and you are in charge of the decision, and you can move forward. And look at the oasis, look at the tranquil kind of forest, as it were, that comes after that point. We've also got ring, love, honor, faithfulness, commitment, promise, devotion, and we've got balance. Oh, we've got another one. Okay, I didn't even realize there was another one under there. That's fine, you guys. I'm gonna let you have 5. We've also got balance, remain composed, for your inner world is reflected in your surroundings, equilibrium, center, and serenity. And we've got masculine, be decisive and take action, yang, sun, heat. So I feel like this situation calls for you to have this yang energy, to make your choice, make your decision, take your free will and free yourself if that's what you want to do. And like it's saying, like, make the effort. Like, it's like ball is in your court, whether you decide to yeah, whatever you decide to do. I'm not going to even say what your options are. I feel like you already know what the options are in front of you. And I feel like ultimately, above all, you are going to have love. You are going to have someone who is faithful, committed, devoted, and not that someone should be like, I don't believe in like someone should be, you know, falling at your knees, all of those things. Like, you are a partnership, you're an independent person in this, and it's give and take. You both need to respect each other, respect each other's boundaries. And the thing about commitment and promise is that you are devoted to go through whatever emotional storms that you guys are going to go through together. And I feel like this ring for me is more of like a ring and a commitment and promise to yourself, and like and for you making a committed choice going forward. And maybe it's a commitment to finding balance even when it looks dark and it's fearful. Like, your inner world, like calming yourself, aligning yourself, and making sure you are centered and purely the unicorn that you are, that will reflect into your outer surroundings. And that will call as a beacon. It's like that hermit energy, you know. Once you fan your light, and as an empath, once you don't allow other people to suck your light away and everything, once you're really burning bright, that's attractive not only to other people, like other people's souls who want to kind of connect with you because you're so enlightened, as it were, and self-aware, but also it's a beacon for the divine to come in and strike you with the Cupid's bow or whatever it is, and bring you new energy. And I feel like with the sun, like, there is going to be this clarity and this heat as well. Heat and passion is what I'm hearing, and it's going to come from blowing over this storm, as it were, and coming out of it in the other side, kind of in this temperance, you being balanced, you understanding the alchemy of life, that your mind, body and spirit all have to be nourished and full in order to receive this new energy that wants to come at you. And yeah, that it's looking really exciting for you guys. And ultimately, whether it's this person that you feel like, no, like everything you've said, I know what the situation is, but I do feel like this person is my person and all of that kind of stuff, then maybe it's making a commitment then to telling this person your truth, potentially, maybe stepping outside of your fears and making the decision to say and be decisive and be like, this is who I am, this is what I would like. Like, are you gonna waste my time, or are we gonna move this along, as it were? Or if you don't feel like you can do that, then maybe it's for the time being. You never know when your paths may be entwined, but that just because they are doing their own thing doesn't mean that it stops you. Like, you're not waiting at the side of the court for them to do their, like, to finish their game, as it were. Like, you go play your game. They can come watch you later, or whatever it is, you know. Your paths may entwine, that kind of thing, again in the future, but there is something calling you, there is something asking you to take decisive action, and it is time to recognize that and yeah, and move forward. And you are such a beautiful unicorn of a person, my glorious, glorious, glorious friends of Pile 4, and I only want the best for you. I'm sending so much love. I'm going to leave your reading here today. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice there for you guys. If it did resonate, I'd love to hear in the comments. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. I am sending so much love to you, as I said. I hope to see you again soon. If I do, until then, goodbye. Bye, loves. Hello, my glorious friends of pile 5. So this is going to be your reading today, and in advance I want to say a sorry, because whilst I was shuffling your cards, multiple songs have come into my head. So if this reading contains singing, well, enough said. Okay, Spirit. These are your cards. We have got Spirit, we have got Fire, we have got Unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has ripple effect across the universe. We have 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. We also have, in terms of tarot, we have the 4 of Cups, we have the Hanged One, we have the Empress, we have the 4 of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Hermit as well. And then in terms of channeled messages, we have You Feel Like Home to Me. We have I Have the Feeling You Don't Feel the Same. I have I Wasn't Ready Before, but I Am Now. I have I Love Our Friendship, and I've Never Felt Like This Before. So this is the letter that they would write to you. Dear my glorious pile 5. How are you? So I feel like they undoubtedly feel this draw to you, and it feels like they are guided directly by Spirit towards this. And I feel like this fire, maybe they are a fire sign, potentially, maybe you are a fire sign, maybe they have placements, you have placements, could be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. There's lots of different things, so I will go into it. But I feel like ultimately what fire is saying to me is that their spirit has not been dampened by maybe what's happened, and maybe the fire of other flames, like of other relationships, and maybe, you know, it's that kind of feisty, excitable energy that they are feeling, this kind of raw Ace of Wands moment, this kind of just do it, this magnetic pull from the universe towards you. And I feel like you are almost this fire, like this beacon for them, like this hermit energy, like this beacon for them. And there's so many cards where it is literally like beacon, hello, and it feels like coming home. It really does. And it maybe this is twin flame as well, is one. It depends on if that resonates with you. If it doesn't, no problem. But twin flames is it doesn't even mean it can kind of be like you guys both bring out almost shadow aspects or challenging parts of the personality, and life is forged where there has been destruction and fire, and you kind of have to confront all of those parts, and it can be heated, it can be passionate, but ultimately there is unity. And I feel like this person would want to say to you, like despite all the things that I feel sometimes, or we flare up and we say these things, like ultimately there is this unity and mutual love shared for one another. If you feel that same way as well, if you feel that same way too, and with the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, they are guided by they might not be spiritual, but they could be. They are guided by the kind of heart chakra, by Raphael, and it's almost like I was saying, that kind of beacon, that pull that they can't really explain. This, I've never felt like this before, they can't really put into words. So their letter, I think, would be a bit rambly, and it would be a bit like you feel like home, all of these things. And I feel like either way your relationship is based off a really strong foundation and a friendship, and maybe that's what you've been for a while, and maybe they weren't ready before to tell you their feelings or that kind of thing. Maybe they've always wanted to pass you a note like just say yes please, tick yes or no, like I was saying at the beginning, but you know, maybe they feel a bit more connected to Spirit, connected to their angels, and feel this flare, this urge to just do it. And with this 4 of Cups, I feel like they are when this card came out, I heard I can see clearly now the rain has gone, and I really feel like this is this hope. They are not ignoring the signs, they are not ignoring the emotional cup that you offer them. You know, this is the card of loss and hope, and maybe when all seemed lost to them, you're there, you're like a beacon for them that they're drawn to, and emotionally you fill them with so much love. And I feel like they're not taking you for granted. If they have taken you for granted before, they don't want to take you for granted. They want to kind of be there. They don't want it to be an illusion or anything like that, and or have you think that their emotions are just an illusion. With the Hanged One, I feel like they've almost resigned to the fate of it, like they've almost surrendered to that in terms of your presence, because I feel like even if you don't identify as female, with the Empress, it's just feminine energy. It's this abundant, nurturing energy that you give. It's heavily linked to Venus. It's the Earth Mother, creator. Maybe there's felt like a delay here. Maybe they've had to surrender to a potential delay or something. But 12, number of fate, maybe they feel like this is a connection which they are drawn to, and ultimately they want this celebration, this connection. This can mean wedding, commitment, that kind of thing. I'm not saying like, you know, you're gonna get married next week or anything, but like maybe some of you are. But with that Four of Wands, it's just like this soul family, this connection, like this this kind of community of like-minded people, and there is just plenty and so much to celebrate here. And there again, there's this urge from the universe to create something, to start something, to follow their intuition, their pull, their raw kind of passionate energy. And I feel like that is what you are to them, this beacon. And it's almost like they don't even have to try, like you are just there. You are sending off all of this stuff in them. And with this Hermit energy, maybe they've been through a period of isolation, or maybe you have. Maybe they can't get a read on you. Maybe you've been looking after your own light, and power to you. And maybe you've been but either way, you are just such a beacon in the darkness. And because you have nourished yourself and put yourself first in all of these ways, you are stronger, and your light kind of definitely dispels shadows for not only this person but loads of people around you. And yeah, and I feel like your path, maybe you turn their world upside down with the Hanged One. You make them think in ways that they never thought, because you are enlightened in this way. Maybe you're really connected to spirit, maybe you're a very spiritual person, and I feel like there is this want to kind of match that energy. And you know, even if there has been periods of isolation or kind of time away, as it were, separation, for you guys to contemplate, maybe because it wasn't ready, maybe you guys weren't ready before, or maybe because you have these kind of passionate, I see kind of debates and these kind of things, but they're not really, they're almost more for show. They're not actually, it's not like stabbing in the back, as it were, or anything. It's your wills and desires, because maybe they clash in that way, that maybe you're both fire signs, like I was saying, potentially, but then we do have some Virgo energy, and also some water, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces too. But like I said, it doesn't matter, it could just be in your chart somewhere. But yeah, I just get you are both these really, really strong, feisty individuals, and kind of, and following your own path, and it feels just entwined at this time for some reason. And maybe Raphael is looking down on you as well, and kind of drawing you to this person. But there does feel like this almost fated spiritual connection here, and your unity, whether that be as friends or more, has a ripple effect across, I feel like, to everyone that you kind of see together. Like, I think you bring hope and joy to anyone, and I feel maybe you don't feel the same. Maybe you don't feel at home with this person, and their letter to you here is kind of like, wow, this is a bit full on. Like, I was expecting you to say like, you're great, that kind of thing, but they think you're that and more. And yeah, and I think they're just so thankful that you are in their life ultimately. And maybe they don't know if you feel the same effect from them that they do for you. And yeah, maybe they weren't ready before in love, in relationships, but they're ready because they feel like it's right. That might not be of anything that's happened in the past, sort of thing, between you two. Maybe it has. Maybe for some people it didn't work out, and there's been time and space away, or maybe for some people this is a new, fresh relationship, and maybe they weren't ready for love in the past, and now they're ready to leap forward. But like I said, you are you, and and also, sorry, on that strand with the Empress, maybe they felt a bit of a delay in love, that it wasn't showing, and maybe you did too, and maybe you've both been in similar situations, but you might be following your own light and following your path, and maybe you guys don't align in this way. But let's get you some cards from your angels and from Spirit, from the romance angels, and these are just for you. These are potentially what's coming up in love for you, or more advice for the situation. So we'll see what comes up and read it as it is. So Spirit, what does my friends angels have to say? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So yeah, maybe if you guys have this fire, this combative feistiness between you and conflicts, and maybe you flare each other up in that way and almost rub each other up the wrong ways. I'm going to leave both of them. And yeah, all of these things, maybe Spirit's saying keep an open mind about it, or about the situation. If, you know, this was in the past and you're expecting closure from this pile, and actually all of this stuff has come up and you're like, oh wow, okay, wasn't quite expecting that, then keep an open mind. Maybe there is this, maybe they've done that healing work, and maybe if they left something behind, they're not ready to, they're kind of seeing the hope coming out of the situation. And with the let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others, I feel like, you know, there is a friendship here, but maybe it's other people in this situation, maybe confiding in others, confiding in the advice of others, and maybe if you have mutual friends, that kind of thing. If you guys haven't been talking, or if you have been talking and this is completely new and everything, maybe your friends can help play a part in some way. Maybe for some of you that will resonate, maybe for others it won't. And then we've got stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So yeah, this is this keep an open mind, keep optimistic that, you know, love is for you, and love is coming your way, and it comes in loads of different shapes and forms. But yeah, I feel like you are ultimately, like, you are a beacon. You are you spread so much light and love, and you are I feel like you are guided as well by Raphael, in terms of the fourth chakra and Spirit as well. This is a very much, like, even though I was saying you're a twin flame, fated, all of this stuff, and all like that might not resonate with you, but either way I feel like there is stuff happening for you, and trust that energy is coming. And we've also got unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this connection going. This might not be, maybe this is if you've been away from this person, or maybe in the past this could be the unrequited love, or if there's someone else that you are potentially seeing, like, that might not resonate with every single person, but for someone it might. But, or maybe this, for this connection, maybe you don't feel this way, like, because it's, we've got this I have the feeling, you don't have to feel the same way. Maybe you don't feel, maybe their love is unrequited to you, maybe you don't feel like this. Maybe you were expecting closure or something like that from this letter, or whatever it was, and yeah, maybe you don't want to advance the relationship. Maybe you like the friendship how it is, and you're not ready to take it to that stage, or whatever it is. Then that might resonate with you. But from these cards, I feel like this person does like you, so I would be surprised if it was unrequited on that end, sort of thing. But maybe there is another person, maybe there is a third party, that kind of thing. Let's have a look, see for some more advice, shall we? Let's get some more advice for you guys. So Spirit, pile 5, what else would you like them to know when it comes to love? And I'm sure Spirit is going to say, like, you are this Empress, you are this nurturing, abundant, beautiful, beautiful presence. Okay. We've got trepidation, push through the shadows, unclear, fear, darkness. We have passion, magnetic pull, romance. So romance is 100% on your cards. I've used that before. Spirit's like, that's not even funny that you've recycled that joke. But yeah, I feel like there is a maybe you feel it in someone else. Maybe maybe where the attraction is or the chemistry is, and push through any maybe fears and doubts and shadows. Maybe that's more shadow aspects of yourself. Maybe that's your inner voice telling you that maybe you don't believe you're worthy enough. Maybe you don't believe that you are capable of love, or you know, or meant for love in that way, if you've not had that experience. And I don't know where that voice is coming from. I mean, we all have it, but I'm here to tell you, and Spirit's here to tell you that that is your fear talking, that is your shadow aspect talking, and those are just words, and their thoughts can't hurt you anymore, because that's all it is. It's yeah, you have such a beautiful heart and such an open heart, and like I said, I feel like you're already guided. So any fears that you are feeling, lean into the love, lean into joy and your passion, and the passion for things, and your friends, especially if you want to get out there, if you want to be dating, that kind of thing. Maybe your friends will help you, maybe they will help you in your love life. But even though it's dark now, maybe you can't quite see the way forward, but your light, we've got candles here, your light is burning bright, and trust that it's drawing people to you. And everyone goes through this fear and having to push through their boundaries and their conceptions. We've also got magic, labradorite, spirit. So I feel like this is like magician energy. It's manifestation. Like, you are potentially manifesting your soulmate, your person, as it were. And we've got spirit here, we've obviously got spirit there, and I know spirit was linked to them, but spirit is on your side. Spirit wants to provide you with the magic of love, and you are a magical being. Like, I can't say this enough. Out of all the piles that I've read for so far, you guys are guided. I feel it so strongly, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this fear and the shadows, and you are going to push past them, and there is stuff for you on the other side. We've also got moon, attune with the cycles, the ever-changing cycles of the moon to harness powerful feminine energy, intuition cycles, illusion. So maybe this fear is an illusion, and you know, moon in the night sky, that kind of thing, but it's a cycle, it's a phase. Trust your intuition, trust your magic, trust your spirit, and that gut inside you, like your gut, and trust where that is taking you. And you know, be receptive and open to spirit, be receptive and open to the different forms of love that might come at you, that may differ from your soulmate or your usual type and expectations. Like, love comes in all shapes, forms, packages. Could be in terms of a friend that comes forward, that kind of thing. Like, don't I feel like Spirit's saying keep open at the moment, because they are crafting something for you, or your manifestations. They've heard your kind of call, as it were. And this is a phase that of this darkness and this fear, and there is going to be something new. There is going to be clarity. There is going to be warmth, and you may just be caught up in the illusion of events, and maybe someone's led you to believe that. Maybe, like I said, it's your shadow voice, your preconceptions of what you should and shouldn't be doing. All of those things can play a part, but either way, attune to your intuition, that feminine energy, that and know that you are a reflection of above and reflection of spirit, and you can bring that down into yourself and manifest what you would like. And be open to doing that. That's the main step, is feel that you are worthy of love, feel that you are worthy of receiving it, and you become a vortex for that. You've got spirit, your spirit's got your back, universe has got your back, angels and guides have got your back. So my glorious friends, I'm going to leave that there for you, and I hope you know that people have got your back. I have got your back as well. I'm sending so much love to you guys. It has been an absolute pleasure to read your cards and deliver this message to you, whether you want to receive that message, that note from that person or not. But I've absolutely, you guys have been an absolute pleasure to read for today, and I am sending so much love to you. If this resonated and the advice was useful, I'd love to hear in the comments. Please do subscribe if you'd like to see more of me. I'd love to see more of you guys, and until next time, hopefully I will see you then. Bye. Hello my lovely friends of pile 6. So if you picked the crinoline, sphere then this is going to be your reading. So let's get into it. So what your person, what their message would be for you, we've got connect, we've got light, we have got harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. We have appreciation. In terms of tarot, we have got the 9 of Cups, we have got the 5 of Wands in reverse, we have got the Chariot, we have got the 3 of Swords in reverse, we have got the Keeper of Swords, and we have also got the Crown of Cups. We also have channeled messages, you're the one that I want. We have got I love talking to you. We have got I want to have a clean slate. We have thank you for always being you, and we have I'm coming back, please be patient. So before I get into the reading, I just want to say that some of the messages, some of the things and the different strands that may appear might not be for you, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is a general reading, and everyone's situation is different. Obviously, you know the person, you know what has been said between you, and all the actions, etc. So, and also, even if the message, you know, it says all of these things, you don't have to accept it. You can burn it, you can rip it up, you can keep it under your pillow, whatever you want to do. Like, this is just a useful tool for what they would say to you, and maybe things that were left unsaid if there's separation, or if it's new and it's starting out. It's all of those things. So I'm going to read for everyone, but I just wanted to say that first. So what I feel like your person would say: dear pile 6, I hope this letter finds you well. There is this connection, undoubtedly, and this light that you bring to them, and there is this harmony and this discord. And I feel like maybe if there's this kind of, like, with the appreciation card, this is really kind of reminiscent of the 9 of Pentacles in some ways, and it's kind of like looking at the garden. I feel like they might have been independent for quite a while, and maybe they're not used to this connection and this harmony, and maybe they've been away, maybe they've been doing their other things, or maybe for some people you've known them before and maybe they took you for granted a bit. Maybe they didn't see the kind of garden growing, as it were, and actually behind them there was this massive garden growing, and actually maybe they were too stuck on the past, their past endeavours, what didn't grow, that kind of thing. That's what I'm hearing. But also, if you know this person and this is new, then maybe they are appreciating you for who you are and in the present. And if you're the other strand and you have known this person before, I feel like they're taking an appreciation for your light and the connection that you guys share. And I feel like they've been doing a balancing and maybe standing tall on their own and fostering this independence. And I feel like they want to say that to you, that, you know, they've been working on themselves and they want a clean slate now. Like I said, that might not be for everyone, but, or maybe they want a clean slate in love. Maybe they've really been through it in love, and or, you know, if you have known this person, maybe they want a clean slate with you and they're saying thank you for your patience, and they are coming back, and I feel like they need to prove themselves to you is what they want. And this, I love talking to you and thank you for always being you. I feel like you are genuinely honest and open with them, and that's what draws them to you, because you are so light, because you are not everyone is like that, not everyone is real, and maybe gives them this hope. So in terms of tarot, so with the 9 of Cups, I feel like emotionally they have been laying out their stuff. They have emotionally been looking at what makes them happy, what brings them joy. And I feel like there's this wish fulfillment here with this 9 of Cups. I feel like they've almost been wishing for, and we've obviously got light, like this guiding star. I feel like they have been hoping and wishing and kind of trying to repair themselves with this 3 of Swords in reverse and also the 5 of Wands. I feel like maybe in the past if they caused you sorrow, that could be they were trying to forgive themselves maybe, and ask for your forgiveness potentially. Or if they've been wounded in love before, they've been trying to heal those wounds, and your light brings them this new healing, reassuring energy. And with the 5 of Wands in reverse, I think they've almost got into passionate debates and conflicts in love, and maybe they've not been really themselves, and maybe they've allowed other people's wills and desires to sway them different ways and everything. And I feel like they're sick and tired of, like, kind of fighting, as it were, like whether that's with you, maybe in the past, if things didn't end well, or there's been no contact, that kind of thing. Maybe they're sorry that they hurt you, and they're like, I want to put down the stick, I want to stop being so defensive, I want to stop being like this and try and calm my energy. But on the other hand as well, they could, in terms of if you've never known this person, like if this is a new connection, they want harmony within themselves, and they want to find that balance. They don't want to get involved in things that don't serve them. They want to connect to the light, connect to the things that actually kind of fuel their soul, and kind of appreciate, like smell the roses, as it were. And also, I'm also hearing like kind of, maybe they didn't appreciate you before, maybe they didn't appreciate your kind of beauty, like the garden that was growing, sort of thing. Maybe they took you for granted a bit, and they see you as this independent person that now they're drawn to. Sorry, that was very that came to me. But with the Chariot, I feel like they're ready to push past their blockages, push past the obstacles, maybe within this relationship, and kind of charge and take hands off the wheel, as it were, and be like, yep, you're the one that I want, like I'm focused on you now, I'm like all in now, with that Chariot. And also I feel like unblocking and moving past the blockages of this heartbreak, this sorrow. And if this was you, if they hurt you in the past, like I said, you can tear out the letter. You don't have to accept this letter. You might just want closure and that kind of thing. But there is this need to repair and move past this in order for the relationship, and kind of for trust to be rebuilt and faith to be poured back into it. Or if this is new, to kind of push past their obstacles, their conceptions of maybe what's happened to them in the past, and trust and have faith that there is something new, that there is a new light to be directed. And we've also got the Keeper of Swords, and we've got the Crown of Cups. So we have got some kind of two personalities in there. So in terms of Keeper of Swords, this could be a air sign, so this could be Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. And in terms of cups, we've got the Crown of Cups. This could be a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, but it does not have to be. It might have placements, that kind of thing, and maybe you know exactly who is who, but I'm just going to read both personalities. So with the Keeper of Swords, I feel like I would be more inclined to say that this could be you. Just because I love talking to you. I feel like you are a really powerful communicator. And also with this clean slate, I feel like with the Keeper of Swords, like maybe you're being realistic about this. Maybe they are kind of dreaming and hoping and putting all this faith in and that kind of thing. You're like, okay, but I need to see some action. I actually need to see it all there, potentially. Or that could be more them and them being like, okay, I've got to be realistic with my plan, got to be realistic with myself, like I need to balance myself, I need to find harmony within myself. And maybe they're caught up in their thoughts, and maybe they're almost being quite judgmental of themselves. So that could be either or, and it doesn't have to be on the fire signs, it can be just on the energy, not fire signs, on the zodiac signs. But with the Crown of Cups, this person, which I would be more inclined to say is them, but it actually could be you in a way. So you might feel, or maybe you'll feel you guys are a mixture of all of these things. Because it feels like either way there's a need to connect, like maybe connect the opposites in one another, or that kind of thing. And I feel like maybe you could learn a lot from each other. And with the Crown of Cups, I feel like there is this maybe someone who has been watching from afar, watching you do you, and who really wants to kind of get close to you, as it were, and kind of render their service. And I feel like they are trying to follow the love, like trying to follow their heart in this endeavour. And maybe, like I said, they've been set aside for a little while, but they are they really want to flood love into the situation, whether that was your heart or the situation that happened to this person before. Like there is just a need for repair from this person, and maybe it is you with this kind of patience and this kind of heart necklace in the chalice, as it were. Maybe like you've kind of set your sights, and even if they've been off or doing stuff, like you still appreciate them and almost watching them from afar. But like the other way around, it could be them, and either way, I feel like both of you, there's this really calming and reassuring energy from the Crown of Cups, and yeah, deeply intuitive, and yeah, just what wants healing and reassurance. So this person would really say to you in this letter, like, they have been working through things. They have been maybe hoping that you feel the same way as them. They've loved the communication that you've had, or how you used to talk, and they thank you for that, your patience if you have been. If you haven't, you can leave that, that's fine. And there is a want for a new start, and whether that's a new start in love for them overall, if it's been a past hurt that they've been getting over, that they've been healing from, or if yeah, you guys have kind of missed each other in the past or whatever, then I feel like their sights have been set. But like I said, you don't have to accept this letter. You don't have to feel the same if you don't want to. So let's get you some, this is for you now. We're going to get you some cards from your romance angels, from Spirit directly. This might be related to this. It may be related to potentially a new love that's on the horizon, or yeah, we'll see what Spirit has for you guys. So Spirit, for pile 6, what do you want to say? So we have got religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. So we've also got worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I was going to say with that, okay, we've also got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So with these, and like I said, not everything may be for you. So let's go through this. So I feel like with this religious factors, this could be more you awakening to spirit or your light. It does not have to be like organized religion or anything like that, but if you do follow that, maybe that does play a factor, but take that how it resonates. But I feel like you have been on your path, you have been on your kind of spiritual path, your mind, body, spirit healing, as it were, and the divine timing is at work. So maybe this has had a separation period, and maybe it's kind of all aligning and rebalancing itself and coming into harmony. Or if this person is new, then maybe this person is kind of worth waiting for in that way. Or, you know, maybe there will be someone that appears to you that is worth waiting for. We'll get some more advice cards, but we've also got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So I feel like this this could be the Keeper of Swords character, in terms of kind of communicating and talking to this person, but maybe not showing their true self, maybe not showing their true hand, maybe yeah, I'm kind of hearing like kind of playing, not playing a game, but just not being honest with themselves more than anything, and that means that they're not really being honest with that person either. And I feel like they're trying to flood light into it, but this as well could be maybe it's not even within this relationship. Maybe it's not either party. Maybe someone is fooling themselves, as it were. Maybe they're deceiving themselves, deceiving actually how they feel, and actually not presenting how they truly feel to the other person. There's a lot of things, and also with the deception, there's kind of a third party here as well. So maybe, you know, someone has said something, or maybe someone who knows you both is saying something, and actually that's not the voice, and actually you need to listen to what has been said between the two of you. So there's a lot of different avenues there. So like I said, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But let's get you some more advice. It might give us a bit more clarity for you guys. So again, this is for you. This is advice specifically for my glorious friends of pile 6. So Spirit, what do you want to tell them? Okay, feminine, be receptive and tune into your emotions. Yin, moon, cold. So yeah, so make sure that you are listening to your heart. If you're being quite realistic at the moment, like listen to what you you need and what you are feeling. But if you are the Crown of Cups, like maybe you've been too impelled to the service of this person, and maybe you've not been focusing enough time on yourself. And with that hydrate, that is that give yourself the nourishment of your body. Unconditional love starts with you. Only then can it copiously be extended to others around you. Health, recover, nurture. You also have no confirmation. The answer is no. So maybe, and then after we've got decision, free will, judgment. So maybe you had a question, or maybe you had a question specifically that you are hoping this person would answer, or something like that. And so maybe that's different things for different people. Maybe you were like, is that deception for me? And maybe that's no. So if you've had like a question that came up, maybe that's your answer, and I feel like that will click into place. Or maybe it's a no to maybe this isn't the right timing, or and maybe Spirit's saying look after yourself, like they're working on things in the background that you might not be seeing. Maybe this deception is there, so actually no, don't. Like maybe they haven't grown enough and that kind of thing. And with this decision, free will, that again is Spirit saying, you know, you have control over your life. Like I'm a pairing of floating hands on YouTube. You know your relationship, you know what you guys have said to one another, you know the relationship so far, and you have the decision, you have the free will, and don't feel like you are bound by them. Especially with this thank you for like be patient or something like that and coming back, like you don't have to stand still. You can say no, you don't have to stand still. You can keep going, you can keep moving forward. Just because they are off doing things and kind of exploring their kind of unknown territory, as it were, does not mean that you stand still. Like you keep hydrating yourself, you look after yourself, you nourish yourself first, and you keep being a light that you are, because you are going to attract so many people and so many others. And keep your spirituality. Ask Spirit for help, ask your guides for help if that's what you need, and really, yeah, tune into your emotions. Emotionally, how do you feel about this? How do you actually emotionally feel about this person? Are there loads of people around you, like we said with that deception, are there loads of people around you giving their 2 pence in, telling you how you should feel about them, or what's going on in the relationship, that it feels like it's almost clouding how you genuinely feel for them? And yeah, with that worth waiting for, divine timing is at work. Maybe no, maybe this isn't the thing, maybe no, this isn't your time quite yet, but be receptive, be open and ready to receive the love, and the social mask will come off. Maybe you are not truly yourself when you are this person, potentially, with this person potentially, but like I said, you know your relationship, you know that. And I feel like either way there is a decision to be made. Maybe whether you stop it in this track, this maybe compensate, like this communication if you're not feeling it, that kind of thing, or whether you do decide to leap forward and take that leap, as it were, and yeah, and you'll feel it, you'll know. And I feel like Pile 6, you guys have this brilliant mind on you, and also importantly you follow your heart, and you have such a light. So make sure you listen to your emotions, because they don't lie. Your emotions are not lying to you. They they just be receptive to what your what Spirit is saying to you, and watch out for the signs. So my lovely friends, I'm going to leave your reading there for you guys today. I hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice in there for you guys. I'm sending so much love to you. If you'd like to see more of me, please do hit that subscribe button. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. Until then, sending so much love. Bye.